New board, new manager, new coaches, new staff, new everything at Manchester United, and big new plans are being drawn up ahead of 2025, not just in recruitment, but plans for youth, plans for certain players, plans for utilisation and getting the best out of the squad. Ruben Amorim has had a meeting with Dan Ashworth and INEOS reps to discuss some of the big changes and plans going on at United, and we will be diving into that, the current impact of Amorim, what the players have said on Amorim so far, and what's gone down in his first week. We will talk about the transfer rumours. We will talk about the players United are looking at ahead of 2025. We've got news on Obi Martin, Ama Ibrahimov, Saku Kone, and more youth players, their plans for the future and more. So, hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football. Welcome back to another Manchester United 10-minute news show. And let's dive in to the first bit. So, it was said, Amorim will work closely with Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox to identify ways to improve the current squad which will not put United in financial breach. A current and clear area of need is at left back, but orthodox fix is tricky. United may well seek a deal which sees them take a solution on loan with the addition of an agreed fee at a later date. So it's been said that Amorim's going to be working closely with Ashworth and Wilcox to identify ways to improve the United squad, but it won't involve a massive spend. It's going to be how can we get the best out of the current players that we have, who could we bring through from the youth, and what's available on the market, and what could we do to maybe improve left back and striker, which are probably the two areas that are sort of the weakest. A current and clear area of need is left back, but the orthodox fix is tricky. We know that Man United's main left-back targets are the likes of Kirkes, Alphonso Davies and Teo Hernandez, who, unless we pay a big fee, are not available in January, only in the summer, and players like Alphonso Davies we don't have much confidence in getting with Real Madrid in for him. It says United may well seek a deal which sees them take solution on loan with the addition of an agreed fee at a later date for maybe a certain player. Now, we could look at Aït-Nouri, we could look at Robinson, we could look at a Loco as well, but I think we want someone a little bit more ready. But it'll be interesting to see what United does at left back. It was said the emphasis will continue to be on recruiting younger players, arrivals of those with the profile of Casemiro and an outlay of 70 million on a 30-year-old, a thing of the past. Now, this has been said multiple times. It's said that they will not be signing 30-year-olds at Manchester United again. They will not be spending big money on older players. There's going to be a younger approach. No big wages, no big names, no spending 70 million on a player of that age. It is, and INEOS had this thing last year where they didn't want to spend more than 60 million on one single signing so they could get 5 necessary profiles in, which they did really well. I think it's going to be similar to last summer of players aged 25 and younger, maybe 26 at a push, no more than 60 million on a single player. There'll be a few cheaper players, a few more expensive players in there. It's sort of the plan. We know that one of the things Ratcliffe was most critical of when he actually, before he even became, part owner of Man United, before he even brought a stake in the club, he said to Arnold and Murta, why would you drop 70 million on a 30-year-old Casemiro? And he's not wrong about that. It was said that Ruben Amorim's impact and connection with the first team squad has been almost instantaneous. The warmth that has not been seen for some time. At 39, he's viewed as relatable, said Mike Keegan as well. They're saying so far Amorim's come in, he's connecting with the squad really well. They really like him. They see him as relatable. They get on with him. And I know I think in terms of his personality, the players will connect with him more than Ten Hag. I think he's more relatable and he's known for connecting well with the squad. Hopefully they'll be able to execute his tactics. So we know that obviously INEOS and Amorim have had some meetings. They've discussed about not much to be spent in January, getting the best out of players. But Man United ahead of that, and we spoke about this in my show yesterday, and we spoke about this earlier today, Amorim apparently has already decided, it says left wing, I meant left wing back. Let me pause. Replay. Man United's priorities are left wing back, and striker ahead of 2024. It's someone who can play left wing back and someone that can play striker or one of the 10s ahead of 2025. Sorry, messing up today. So what's the news about striker plans? Because I think we want an attacking player, but I think this is more of a summer signing. I think left back is more of a January signing. Rumours of Randu Kolo Muani and United are not currently hot. At the moment, there's no internal discussions or concrete ideas about a loan move in winter, was said by Florian Plettenberg. I can't see it happening. He's not been particularly good for a while. I don't think INEOS want to buy someone that's been pretty poor for a while. They want to move away from those kind of signings. He's not great, Kolo Muani. I cannot see it happening. Manchester United have scouts at Sporting Lisbon's game versus Arsenal tonight to watch Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres is definitely one to watch. I think a lot of teams will be in for him in the summer. 100% one to watch. But look, I don't know if we have the funds for that. We'll have to wait and see. And Omar Mamouche is being looked at by United. He's cost 42 to 50 million pounds. He's also being looked at heavily by Liverpool, who seem to be the favourites to have him in the bag. But he's been fantastic for Frankfurt this season. I think United are looking at attackers, but I will say all the transfer plans, I think a little bit of it is guesswork by the media. I think it's true that, an attacker and a left wing back is the priorities, and that's the two areas we may look to address in January. But in terms of specific names, I think a lot of it is guesswork. Who's doing well, who's available, who's had links to Amorim. That's what we're linked to. Now, interestingly, it has said that Brighton have made Evan Ferguson available on loan in January. He's obviously not getting minutes because Welbeck and João Pedro are better than him and doing well. And United looking for an opportunity in January, and that Cunha is also another name on United's list. Now, Cunha won't be available till the summer, and he'll be quite expensive. I wouldn't say no to Evan Ferguson in January. Now, I think the problem with Evan Ferguson is it's another Højlund, it's another Xerxes, it's another young striker that, is probably not going to get much service, that could struggle at United. And I think it's really just another Højlund having Evan Ferguson. That's the one worry. He can't start for Brighton. But I do think Evan Ferguson is such a fantastic talent. I think in terms of the talent that he is, absolutely fantastic level talent. I think, we're all hyping him up a year ago for a reason, and he fell off a bit at Brighton. But there's a player there. And I'd rather Evan Ferguson come in on loan than us get nobody, but I'd rather us get someone more experienced to come on loan and be the striker, because I think we need goals. I think Evan Ferguson is a bit of a Højlund at the moment in terms of, I believe in his ability, but is he quite ready, and is he going to struggle with the lack of service he gets at United? Now, left wing back, left back is the main priority, and Alphonso Davies, Theo Hernandez, and Miros Kerkez are the priorities. Davies is the side candidate for United, of course, but it feels like he is Real Madrid bound. United are really going to try and get Davies, but the chances of us getting him quite low. We've also been linked to Aït Loco and Robinson by other sources, but these are the three left backs we're looking at the most. Kerkez had a very good game against City. Theo Hernandez and Davies are quite experienced, quite well known. All of these players are going to be quite pricey. All of these players will be very difficult to get in January. And I think particularly Davies and Hernandez will be difficult to get in general because of the competition. But it is one to watch. We want a left back. INEOS are very much go big or go home. They got Lenny Euro. They have surprises up their sleeve. It'll be interesting to see what happens at left back. So the Man United players have spoken out about Ruben Amorim and the impact he's made already. Maguire said the manager Amorim came in with new ideas, great energy. The first game was difficult, but I'm sure you'll see a lot of progress by the end of the season. In his meetings, I've been very impressed by the way he speaks and the energy he gives the team. That's what the team needs. So that's what Harry Maguire's saying. He's obviously returning from injury, but he's saying Amorim's come in, he's brought great energy, and you can see that. And every single player is coming in and talking about Amorim's communication and the energy he's brought as he's come in as Man United head coach. And I think that's the one thing Ten Hag lacked, was the energy, was the charisma a little bit, which Amorim has always had. Mazraoui himself said, I will play wherever the coach needs me. In 3 months here, I've played 4 positions, which he has. Right back, centre back, left back, and of course, attacking midfield. Mazraoui can play anywhere. Ruben Amorim was very complimentary of Mazraoui, and I think he will be an important player under Ruben Amorim. I think Maguire will be coming back from injury soon and definitely have a role as well. But I actually thought, De Ligt did quite well, although people were slandering online last game. Mazraoui did well, Onana did well, Ahmad did well. I thought Luke Shaw looked good when he come on, Agate was alright. There was a few positives from the Ipswich match, but I think everyone was focused on the negative. And last but not least, let's talk about the youth plans. It was said Amar Ibrahimov could be in line for a loan move in the near future, which is fair. He probably is not going to get minutes for a little bit at United, but he's been so good. I also think he's only 16, so he can have another year or two in the academy before he needs to worry about loans and getting game time, because he's recently turned 16, but he's been phenomenal. Got a hat-trick of assists in his last game. Could be one to watch. It was said that Jack Kingdon is in contention to be included in the Europa League squad to face Bodo Glimt. Fletcher could be in there as well. So exciting stuff for him. Godwill Kokoni made the squad as well. Amorim's very eager to introduce new people into the squad. And it was also said that Obi Martin will sign his first professional contract on Friday. We have obviously Seko Kone signing his professional contract, returning from injury, and reports have said that he's expected to be someone that could be in Amorim's plans in the near future because of the talent that he is. And Obi Martin's one of those where I think he might need a bit more time just because of how young he is, and I don't think he's fully ready yet. But Obi Martin's another player that is said to be, in Ruben Amorim's plans. And apparently a lot of the people in the youth have been going to Amorim and been telling them about how good Obi Martin is. He's very highly rated, and Amorim is aware of that. Anyway, people, please do go ahead and hit that like button if you have not already. And of course, subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new. We did hit 98,000 subscribers today, so thank you everybody that did subscribe. But yeah, I'm going to round up the show here. I will keep you updated on all the latest Manchester United news. See you next time. Bye.